Hello everyone, my name is Carlos Gonzalez and I am the Media Director for the Autism Quality of Life podcast. I'm very excited today to be delivering the very first edition of the Autism Quality of Life News and Views. Today's topic is going to be housing for those with autism. It's one of those things that keeps us awake at night. I'm the father of a son with autism, and there's no greater concern that I have is wondering and worrying about housing for my son. Now, there are some very innovative things that are occurring in the autism community, so let's jump right into it. First, I'd like to share with you some very innovative solutions that are coming to us from 29 Acres. Now, you may ask, what is 29 Acres? 29 Acres Housing Development is a safe and dynamic supported living community where adults with autism and other neurodiversities will live and be supported, enabling them to build relationships, feel value, success, and happiness in their lives. So you're not just going to only hear about me talking about it, I'm also going to share the video regarding 29 Acres. So let's go ahead and share that now.
My wife was crying one night late at night, and I said, "What's the matter?" And she said, "Our son has autism." Frankly, I was in denial for a while, and it hit me at his 2-year birthday party, and I realized he was different. In fact, I was filming like any dad would do at a birthday party, and my hands were shaking.
The arithmetic just defines it. Over 1% of our population now are individuals with autism. Children with autism become adults with autism. What happens at that point in time? At the age of 18, they pretty much fall off the cliff, and there's not a lot of programs that are out there.
Early on, when he's 2, 3, 5 years old, the clock is ticking, and you're doing everything you can in those early years to make a big improvement. And then it's when they hit the teen years, that's when it really hits you that he may never be independent. We're getting older every day. What's going to happen to him when we're no longer around? That's one of the reasons we got involved with 29 Acres.
"29 Acres is a future housing community where adults with autism and other neurodiverse abilities will live and be carefully supported, enabling them to lead their best lives, to lead happy lives, to lead productive lives. Our vision is to support the full spectrum of autism. So we imagine having individuals living with us who require very minimal support to those that require more support to be successful.
I have a friend who's got a brother who's got severe autism. His quality of life is really, really low because of his severe autism, and his parents don't really know what to do. What I see as the potential of 29 Acres is they can provide an environment that's safe, and kids like this boy could potentially become verbal. The social interaction, you don't just learn to talk. You learn by learning from your parents and making friends. Having a social structure that is understanding to you can shape so much more than just becoming quote-unquote normal as an autistic person.
Well, social skills in developing relationships is definitely tough when you're on the spectrum, but there are little signs that John shows where I know that he loves having us around and loves being social. Like sometimes I will be just hanging out in the house and he'll walk in and give me a big bear hug. Or I'm driving and he'll reach over and put his hand on mine. So little interactions like that just solidify that I know that John loves us and wants relationships with family and friends.
One of the things that we're really looking at in 29 Acres is having a transition program to get individuals that are coming out of high school and moving them through a program that's going to prepare them in employment, in further higher education opportunities. It's a life skills curriculum, self-advocacy, interpersonal relations, nutrition, personal finance, courses that are designed to assist these individuals and gain some of those skills in the classroom that's going to apply to their daily life.
We want to nurture the spirit of our local communities and connect our residents to jobs, to their friends, to their houses of worship in those very communities. At 29 Acres, we want to improve outcomes, and we also need to do our part to help advance best practices in the adult autism space. And we can help do that by collaborating with other thought leaders like UNT, TWU, UT Southwestern, and First Place Arizona.
Peace of mind for autism, for parents who have an autistic child, it goes into trusting that this kid can be okay. And there's living independently, and then there's living independently to the best of that individual's capabilities. That environment of being around people in a community that is understanding and willing to help you grow. And if you have a question, I can just go outside and ask one of my friends or one of the staff workers or people that I trust and have lived around for years. The peace of mind that can come with that, just for the kids, for the adults, for the parents, the possibilities are endless.
The only mistake that we can make that would be not fixable would be to do nothing. That's not an option. We have to act.
We need thousands of 29 acres around the country. There's a supply and demand issue. There's an enormous supply of adults who are autistic, and there is not a supply of quality housing or these communities. Autism can be spiritually, emotionally, and financially draining. And to have a community like this, it just gives parents and families the peace of mind that their son or daughter has a long-term place.
Very well done. Autism Quality of Life truly applauds the efforts of 29 Acres and their efforts to build an inclusive community that incorporates not only housing but also jobs, education. Taking a multifaceted approach is just truly amazing. Let's next jump into another innovative solutions for housing, and that's called First Place Arizona. I know many of our listeners are probably familiar with First Place because they are on the cusp of building what is going to be a true foundation that can lead to other communities being built around the United States in conjunction with 29 Acres. Now, what is First Place Arizona? So First Place Arizona is a model home that's being built with adults with autism. It's going to incorporate not only housing, it's going to incorporate jobs, education, apartments, a transition academy, another multifaceted approach that's going to make a big difference for the autism community. So let's go ahead and also show their video as well, because I think everyone will find it very, very interesting.
Next decade. And as I look around the country, there are very, very few opportunities for these individuals to learn the skills to learn how to live independently. What are they going to do?
I know a lot of people who, when they hear about this, go, oh my gosh, it's so exciting. Everyone who I've spoken to has said that because it isn't in existence right now.
I just feel that we need these kinds of solutions that are very positive, very refreshing, and extremely thoughtful and well-researched, and that say, hey, this is something entirely new that we haven't seen before.
Excellent. And you can continue and follow up on monitoring their place and their activities and everything that they have going on by visiting their website. So one of the things I'll make sure to do in this video of News and Views is to make sure that I place all the links in the video description to make it easily for you to follow and to watch and track their developments and as they grow. Another very interesting place is called Costanoa Commons. And Costanoa Commons is also a community that's built around families with disabilities. Now, what's a little bit different about Costanoa is that they have built a model of sustainability driven off of the ability to teach, to grow, to also nourishment. So they are creating urban farming in a role that's used to teach, develop, and then also incorporate that into their sustainability model. So we found that very interesting and unique with the housing and the efforts to help the disability community. Again, we will make sure to place all the links in the video description. Let's jump over to another interesting facility, and that's called Casa De Amma. And Casa De Amma is another housing community that incorporates apartments, mixed housing that allows individuals with disability to live independent lives. So let's just go ahead and jump into an introduction of what is Casa De Amma.
The mission statement explains that we're a unique apartment community fostering growth and independence in adults with special needs. While that's certainly an accurate description of our mission, it doesn't really tell you the whole story. Now let me take you through the doors and discover what is Casa De Amma. Casa De Amma opened its doors in April of 2004. The vision for Casa De Amma began as Russ and Susie Leatherby were asking the question, what's next for their son Doug? Like so many parents of special needs adults, they were trying to figure out what setting could offer their son the support he needed in an independent and responsive environment. Most of the existing options were large congregate living programs with little to no independence and personalized support, or the opposite extreme of living in a group home or alone in an apartment. The Leatherbys knew that a larger program was not the right fit, but they also feared the vulnerability and social isolation of living alone. It was out of this struggle that the vision for Casa De Amma was born. Casa De Amma is a program where each resident can have the independence of their own apartment, but also belong to a larger social community. Residents typically have their own one-bedroom apartments. These apartments are similar to what you'd find in the community, with a living room, bedroom, bathroom, and kitchen equipped with a full cooking area. Each apartment is furnished by the resident, so it's unique to their own styles and tastes. As they open their front door, each resident enters a community within the community, a vibrant setting where friends and peers can be found mingling and interacting. There are numerous common areas where residents enjoy eating together, playing games, and hanging out. Staff works to support relationships and reinforce social behaviors in an ever-present but relaxed effort. At Casa De Amma, the three core areas of support include personal and social, daily living and work, and health and well-being. Each resident has a support plan that's developed with staff that includes the 12 areas you see below. For each of those areas, goals are created to help ensure continual growth for each resident. But what does Casa De Amma really do? Under personal and social, staff support residents to do things like
get along better with my friends, like planning a date together.
Under daily living and work, staff support the residents to do things such as
like taking the bus,
help me get a job and earn a real paycheck,
and pay my bills,
and keep my apartment clean.
They help me get my laundry done.
And under health and well-being, the staff work with the residents in order to help them
take me to my doctor's appointments and help me load my meds.
Making healthy lunches for the week.
Make an exercise program and work out.
And get healthy.
Well, that's a basic overview of Casa De Amma. But what really is Casa De Amma? I think that's a question best answered by the residents themselves.
Casa De Amma is the place I used to dream about.
It helps me be more independent and live on my own.
Casa De Amma is a great place to live because I have a lot of good friends.
Casa De Amma is a great place to live because of the staff support and the friends I've made, and I've been so productive here, and it's just been all around good.
Casa De Amma is a great place to live because I have my friends, Casa Fe, and great staff.
Most importantly, Casa De Amma is my home.
Casa De Amma is my home. Casa De Amma is my home.
Casa De Amma is my home.
Truly amazing to see that these communities are developing around the United States, and it's exciting time for the autism community as it relates to housing. There's also some very innovative companies that are helping to provide technology solutions in regards to helping the autism community. So there's different organizations that are helping to form these things as they move forward, whether it's security, whether it's the CLO's neighborhood network that kind of helps with some of that technology, some of that living, providing a blueprint. So I truly hope that you find this inspiring. I know that I am, because there's truly solutions that are happening, innovative housing solutions that are happening for the autism community. It's one of those things that there's no one size fits all. However, to think of the possibility of some type of institutionalized living, and those things that autism families don't want. So hats off to the great organizations. And again, today we highlighted 29 Acres. Very excited about their efforts. First place, Arizona, which again, has some amazing things that are going on. Also, Costanoa Commons, which is incorporating some growing sustainability models that will help. So I hope you found this video very interesting and inspiring for the autism community. Please make sure you visit Autism Quality of Life at our website, autismqualityoflife.com. You can also follow us on Twitter at AutismQOL. So make sure you follow our Twitter handle. We post a lot of interesting articles. Our upcoming blog series that we'll be having great articles to share for the autism community. And then also like us on Facebook. Visit our Facebook page. You can learn, you can listen to the Autism Quality of Life podcast hosted by Dr. Terry Krakovich. Great information of innovators that are providing solutions for the autism community. Again, my name is Carlos Gonzalez. I'm the media director with Autism Quality of Life. Thank you so much for taking the time to listen today. Please like and share this in the autism community. Thank you so much for listening. Take care, everyone.